started.
Okay, hi everyone. Hi, just wave to your camera.
Hey everyone.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
So what's up? So you
Okay.
must be wondering who the hell we are. Who the hell we are and what are we doing?
KC admins,
Yeah, no, we are not KC admins. And who
mods.
was
I
that?
mean mods.
Who was that? Noob Gamer T9TU. Can you please
Yes.
turn off your microphone? Thank you. Okay, so hi, my name is Shejuti. My name is actually Shejuti. You don't pronounce the N in my name.
Okay.
And that's Sujata. Sujata, wave. Sujata, say hi.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, so
I'm
we are
Sujata.
so we are a bunch of researchers on the anime culture in this part of the world. So thank you for joining us. So I'll just straight away go to questioning. So
Okay.
yeah,
You can take away.
yeah. So I'm gonna start with a very basic question. What do you understand? I mean, what is the basic difference between anime and cartoon? Ronnie,
Okay,
why
we'll
don't you
go.
go first?
Just a request. We'll go. I think it will be safer if we just call out each one of the names one by one, so that
Yeah.
everyone gets a chance to put forth their like viewpoints or their whatever they want to say. So I think that will be good. Just show your thumbs if
Otherwise, it will be a
it's okay
mess.
with yours.
Yeah, and when one person speaks, make sure you are going to mute your
You're
microphone.
muting your microphone.
Yeah. So what is the difference between anime and cartoon?
Okay, let's start with since uh, the first person I can see is Ronnie. So, Ronnie, what do you think?
Okay, so anime is basically short for animation. The term has been used in Japan for literally all forms of animation, Japanese, any other Eastern nation or Western, but in the majority of the nations, like outside Japan, in the West, and even in India, and so we use the term anime specifically for these animations which originated in Japan. I mean, it isn't necessary that the plots or the characters have to have Japanese origin. Like there are anime about even Ramayana, the Jungle Book, King Arthur, which originated outside Japan, but the animation that has to originate in Japan, and that's what we call anime. Also, has a very distinct form of art style, which has which was originally inspired from Disney at one point, but these days it is like so like it's so unique and distinct from other forms of animation that several other nations in the West, China, Korea, these all nations are adopting this art style to please their audience.
Okay, so Ronnie, you said a very interesting thing. It's inspired from Disney. Is that true? I'm just
I
opening
mean,
up to everyone.
there
Is that
there
true?
has been animation like I don't remember the name exactly. It was in
Yeah.
1917. It was before Disney, but after that,
Yeah, right. 1917. I was also
after
looking at it.
May I say
Namora
something?
Katana. I remember the
Who is
name.
that?
May I say
Yes.
something?
Yes, Shorodito, you may. You must. Please.
I think anime is something which the Japanese have introduced the term anime because the Western cultures and the other Asian nations have called it animations or cartoon. And mainly the animation which is produced in Japan, which is basically upon any manga or any online games, are known as anime. So you cannot just mix up anime with animation of different nations. So anime and animation of different nations is different. It's a different thing actually.
I mean,
Well,
okay, it is the Japanese, like the Japanese use many English words even in their daily lives, but they change it a little bit. For
That
example, they use
Indian
long.
people also use that.
Yeah, I'm like, let me speak. they use like certain long English words, but they shorten those words. For example, television is terebi in Japanese.
Yeah, actually,
Exactly, that
Japanese
was my point.
language is something where they just shorten up the English word, like they say miruku for the word milk, or
No, that's not
makudo
shortening. That's
That's
natsu
shortening.
that's
for
not
the
that's
word
not shortening.
McDonald's.
That's not
Ginu,
shortening
Ginu, Ginu.
because
They use like those terms
yeah, that
to
that
like
makes
That is
they
that
make the
romanization.
Japanese language in it.
we
Yes,
do right.
Snehashish, you're saying something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm saying like to make milk to miruku in Japanese. That is romanization.
Yeah, that's
Japanese
one
do it
thing.
all the time because their language is a syllabic language. Like they pronounce every single syllable distinctly. So
Phonetically.
milk, yeah. So it completely is miruku. So that's how it happens. It's not shortening. Shortening is like to shorten longer words. Animations to anime. To be from what I know in Japan, anime is every kind of cartoon there is anime. It's Tom and Jerry, that's anime. If it's Mickey Mouse, it's anime. If it's Jungle
Basically,
Book, it's anime.
shortening of animation, like animation.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a shortener
In
for
No,
animation.
Japan, the
I
term
would like
anime
to,
is for cartoon. Okay, it's just
uh,
equivalent for cartoon.
like, I would like to say one thing. Like you said,
Yes,
like
Tom.
someone said, like Tom and Jerry is also anime. How can you say Tom and Jerry is anime?
Tom
I
and
mean,
Jerry
It's
is
Cause
anime in
like
Japan. I'm saying
like
yeah,
it's
cause
anime
it
in
has
it's
to
Japan.
be. I mean,
cause Tom
all
and
I'm
Jerry is
saying, like
at
for
the core it's
anime,
an animation,
it
right?
has to be originated from
Let
Japan, right?
No, it's not
they
Other
they
than
necessarily. It
that,
has
hold
to.
wait,
You
wait,
call
wait, wait.
Chinese
Let me
cartoon an
explain.
anime as well.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me explain. Uh,
It will
Anime
convert it, I
in
think.
Japan, the word anime means cartoon in general. It can be any kind of cartoon. If it's Naruto, it's anime. If it's Tom and Jerry, it's anime. In Japan, there is no word as cartoon. Cartoon, they don't use that word that well. They do use it,
Right.
but that's
We
very,
usually,
very, very rare.
Like even the
okay.
word cartoon has like different kind of meanings to it. Like we called
Yeah,
cartoon as in
that is what I'm.
caricature. We
Yeah,
can
that is
call
what I.
cartoon as in
That is what I was.
caricature. We
That
made a
is what I
cartoon
was
on a
aiming at.
television.
Like it
We can
in
call
pop
cartoon in
culture,
papers, right? It's like in
right?
pop culture, right? But
In
like
pop culture, is
animation is
there a
totally
difference?
short. Well, like anime is totally the short of animation. There's nothing different to it. Like you can call
Right.
Chota Bheem also anime made in India, but sorry, we won't go there. It might hurt people's
Yeah.
feelings. Yeah. We do not mix those things up. But we
So
cannot change the
this is
definition of anime just because it's from Japan. We call Chinese anime
yeah.
also anime, right? We
We
call
do.
Korean
We
Yeah,
anime.
do.
yeah.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
what I. Yeah, yeah. So this is what I want to know. Like in pop
ah,
culture, is there a difference between anime and cartoon? What
Yeah,
do you think?
there is a bit difference what you call cartoon in general form or like yeah, please.
Basically, what I think the difference is created outside of Japan. In Japan, there is no difference between cartoon and anime.
Yeah,
All is the
exactly.
I
same.
mean,
Anime is the
I would
umbrella term for
also.
What
everything. That is
what we
anime in
But I'm
Japan.
talking about.
non-Japanese
But I'm talking about us,
in
like
pop
what
culture.
we perceive as anime
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
we
cartoon. Is there
perceive,
a
at
difference?
least what I think that
Mm-hmm.
we Indians and some part, like most of the Western
Yeah.
countries,
No, no,
think
yeah,
of
go ahead.
anime. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you go ahead.
yeah,
Srijana
Yeah,
was
most
speaking.
of the Western
yeah.
countries and us as well, we think that anime is something that is originated in Japan. Okay, so the
Right.
animation form varies a lot. Right now, the animation form varies a lot. There is a lot of CGI involved right now in anime, such as the new Berserk adaptation, which was very bad to be honest. Had a lot of CGI, and people don't animate that CGI that much. So that's also anime, right? And
Right.
if you have watched this anime called Panty and Stocking, that is completely in a different kind of animation than what is used regularly. Also, the anime such as Ping Pong the animation by Masaki Yuasa, and a lots of other anime has different art forms, right? So how can you like vary like what is the variation between anime and cartoon? How can you differentiate? You cannot actually. But what we do, we consider everything made in Japan is anime. Everything made outside of
I
Japan is cartoon. That's what I think.
I would also like to say, like in case of
Yeah.
cartoon, they normally aims for ages which is like below like 12. But for anime, it goes till like has no age limits, as because it directly appeals to the human sentiments or like the
Can
thought
I
procedure
just
of a
say,
person.
there's so
Yeah,
much
yeah,
cartoon nowadays that's
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
aimed
That's
towards
true.
Rick and Morty.
yeah.
Even back in the day,
Yeah.
Simpsons. So that's not
Still
really
available. Family Man is also available. Yeah, every
so
kind of
much.
Yeah,
Futurama. It
BoJack
goes on and
Horseman.
on.
future. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
yes,
mean,
of course.
Yeah, there are a
overall,
lot.
if you look at the cartoon, they have
Okay,
like
everyone. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Srijoni has raised her
Free
hand.
journey.
Has
Uh,
been raising her hand for a very
Can
long
I
time.
say
Yes.
something? I
yeah, yeah.
think,
Yeah.
according to me, anime is all about the genres. There are so many kind of genres. Like the main thing that Japanese anime has is the isekai genre, which is extremely very popular, and not also isekai. There are thousands of genres: psychological, horror, mystery. I don't think the cartoon provides us this much genre experiences.
So that's
So,
So
right.
I
Srijuni, I
would
have a
think otherwise.
question for that. Uh, is it like you're saying that for the cartoon thing, the Western animation, if
yeah,
I have concluded from what you've said correctly, that they only focus on something that is appropriate commercially, but for anime, it's like everyone can watch, like every
ex-
segment of,
exactly.
Um,
Yeah, I
right?
think I think it's like that because in anime we see stuffs like maybe it's inappropriate for me to say, but stuffs like another stuffs like High School DxD, but we don't see any of those in normal anime, my normal
may
cartoons. But
I say something?
Yes, sure,
Um,
Aditya.
Actually, Srijani is talking about genre. Anime have very different kinds of genre for every age
exactly,
group. Like Kodomo Muke is for children, where you
yeah,
can like Shin-chan, Doraemon, Ninja Hattori. These are Kodomo Muke anime,
exactly,
which are strictly
exactly.
for children. And the animation with the Western pattern follows the animation of the Kodomo Muke genre only, and other nations also I think follows it, like Walt Disney and all those
Wait,
follows the
like
Kotobuki
you.
genre. And
That thing, na.
animation,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the Kodomuke thing, Kodomomuke. That is the demographic. Okay, so let me tell you, the Kodomomuke is for the kids, the Shonen Muke is for the young adults, and the Seinen Muke is for the older ones, like above 2018, right? That's how it is from what I know. Okay,
yes,
but that's also
yes.
present in the Western cartoon industry. So yeah,
um
like
the seinen animation mainly have the genre psychology and a slice of life in it. So I don't think that we can compare the anime which Japanese studios provide us with the Western kind of animation. Like if you see another or Shiki, these animation have a lot of things which can give you which can chill your spine. So you will get scared by watching those. But in Western animation, I don't think they give those kind of genre.
you haven't, like, from what I think, okay, I'm no offense, you have not browsed through Western animation that well. Okay, Nato, like you would have
Yes,
known
of
there
course.
are lots of psychological cartoons do exist. Okay, has to be honest, Shiki and another are very bad examples of psychological anime because I don't think they have very logical ends, right? Have you watched Shiki? Shiki goes on completely on a roller coaster. That's how it is.
Yeah.
I don't consider that a good anime uh, in psychological aspects. Okay,
Okay.
if you
Okay.
want to
I
talk about
think,
psychological, mhm,
yeah, I
yes,
think, but I will call you. Yeah, I think Noob Gamer 2 has to say something about it. I think your expressions tell me you disagree with what they were saying.
Yeah, yeah, it's Trilokesh. Hello, everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
so like I wanted to add
But I'll go
something.
with
There's
Noob Gamer
some
2 if you don't mind.
okay,
That's
no
okay.
problem. So there's something called everyone was talking about anime, considering
Yeah.
about genre and everything.
Yeah.
What I think really is about the difference between anime and cartoon is the perception. Okay, we perceive the anime having certain drawings, certain aspects, certain animations, different from the Eastern. So we perceive the Eastern animation kind of like anime, and that has to be anime. So recently, India, like from the there was something called Durga that came up. The
Right.
people from Kolkata, yeah. So they
Chakra.
focused everything on the anime because
Oh,
the whole drawing, whole sketch, every moving motion is
uh,
it's from the Indian Eastern animation.
uh,
So animation, I would say, is a broad, very
can I say
broad
something
term.
after you finish?
So
And
you are saying, so you're saying it's not. Nowadays, it's not localized typically in
Yeah, I
Japan.
wanted to say something like Srijani said about genre, about isekai and stuff. Did you guys ever watch Hot Wheels cartoon, like the previous Hot Wheels cartoon? Did you any of you did?
Yeah, it was anime. Yes, yes, of
It,
course,
it
yes,
was totally anime style, but it was
yes,
not
yes.
anime. It's totally Western animation. It was about
Western
isekai.
animation.
Four guys got trapped into like transferred to another world where they could drive cars and they could morph it up and
Even Speed
something
Racer,
like that.
even the Speed
Yeah,
Racer,
Speed
Speed
Racer was
Racer was
kind of like towards that isekai stuff. And
yes.
about
To
coming to
be honest,
genre,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
do not think like the American guy or the Family Guy, the American Dad, and Simpsons are totally like for the Kodomoko, like what you said. It's not totally for them. It totally varies. Sometimes it shows. Even Rick and Morty, it's for like audiences for like in the teenagers
Mature.
or above in the adulthood. Like everyone can go there. So it's not only about genre that draws the border between a cartoon and an anime. Like it's more than that. Like cartoon and anime at the base they are the same thing. Like totally, if you like take the definition by like yeah, you guys can have feeling on like yeah, our anime is different than what mainstream
Mm.
cartoon shows us, but at the end
Uh,
of the day they are the same thing, more or
yeah,
less.
yeah, yeah,
They're the
yeah, yeah.
same.
They're the same thing. We just perceive different way.
Yeah, we just
Is
perceive a different
we
way. Like we have
different way,
something like
nothing
we
else.
try to define that it's totally not western and it's totally eastern, and there's a difference between eastern and west. And that's the problem.
Adriana,
It's a totally a psychological thing, like the way
yeah,
we perceive it.
Yeah.
Adriana, yeah, hi.
And I was like,
So, so, yeah, so,
yeah, we
yeah,
can
am
hear.
I audible?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you're
my
audible.
question to Adriana and Anindita, both of you, do you agree with what what has been talked about now? That is
Actually, like,
anime is the difference between anime and cartoon? Is it only genre? Is this anime has more variety, or is it what T2 Noob Gamer has said that it's not only localized in Japan anymore? I mean, it's all about how we
Yeah,
perceive things.
I'd like to actually follow up on what he said by like pointing to this video essay that I saw a while back. It was about how anime is actually a movement and not defined by country or art style. And that video essay, it was talking about how America has anime in the form of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. We cannot
Italy
forget.
has anime in the form of Winx Club, and mind you, it's not just the art style. Winx Club has that whole going into another world thing, even though it's
Yeah,
not isekai. So these things kind of define what anime is. There's a lot of aspects of either genre which don't exist in other mediums, or there's the art style, or there's philosophical concepts that come from Japan, like you see in Ghost in the Shell. So these things is what makes
also can I
anime.
add something
Now,
like in the
Anindita,
like the first anime.
Can you hold on a second? I want
Yeah, sure.
Anindita to say something about that. Anindita?
Yeah, well, this whole question is very subjective, first of all. I would like to say that considering the origin of both the terms anime and cartoon actually, from what I have read, it came from some Italian or French word, which probably was something like I mean, drawing on paper. And anime came to be around 1970s or something, and it is a short form of the term animation, as somebody already said, Ronnie, I guess. So, I mean, if I would like to say the difference, it's all
Anime
about
was in
genre.
1956 as well, I think. While Hayao
It
Miyazaki
I
is
was
think
the
it's
And
animator.
due to the show,
1953 by Astro Boy.
yeah, it
The
Yeah,
can be
first
said.
that's
And
anime,
true.
no,
it
the
is a
first anime
very,
is not
very fun.
Astro Boy. The first anime was during the World War, which they tried to like move from what they used to show in manga to animation, cause to motivate the soldiers. I do not remember the name, but I
was
saw
it
some of the clippings. Yeah,
That
it was.
was Japanese
The
was it
propaganda.
oldest anime is
1970?
Katsudo
That was a
Shashi, I
propaganda.
think.
I forgot that.
Yeah, but
Like
Yeah.
Japanese, they didn't used to like doing it on the animation and the stuff, because it was way before that. But during the World War, they tried to motivate their soldiers. I saw some of the clippings. I don't know whether they are true or not. I'll just check my source in a bit, and then I'll let you guys know.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
sure.
is,
the
according
Japanese
to
videos.
Google at least, it is. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Shanku Shukro, you're saying?
Yeah, actually, at least in Google I am seeing it is oldest anime is in time of 1907. That is Katsudo Sashin, the animation quality was
Yeah,
definitely very
Katsudo
poor.
Katsudo Sashin is like a 3-second clip. It is the first animation, if you want to call it, but I cannot call it like anime. It doesn't have a plot or anything. I have watched it. It's just one boy writing on a banner, and that's it.
The
It's
thing
just a
is
three
that
second
the
clip.
anime, excuse
Yes,
me,
we
the
have
anime
to.
as we know it, the anime as we know it right now,
Yeah.
like has anyone watched anime before the 1970s? I don't think so. Nobody here has watched anime before the 1970s, right?
I saw some of the clippings, like Astro Boy, the old one. I guess that was
Yeah,
1970s, I
that's
guess.
that's like Astro Boy was aired on Animax. Okay, not the 1970 version, but the later ones, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
we saw the
But
later
people,
ones.
yeah, people don't actually watch anime older than 1970 because they cannot connect to that anime that much, right? Because the animation is old, the stories are all over the place. It's not as good as it is right now, right? So let's consider the anime of after the 70s as anime for now. Because if you consider everything anime before that, then there is a lot of things that you have not watched that you cannot talk about, that cannot
Yeah,
discuss about.
exactly.
I think
Okay,
it's all
so
about when the
yeah,
term comes, becomes canonized. Something when it becomes popular and a lot of people come to know about it, only then it can become a genre, right? And as far as I know, the term anime became canonized after 1970. That's why I would like to think that it came to be from them.
okay. So coming back to the question I asked, that what is the difference between cartoon and anime? So I think we can all agree that the lines are blurred between cartoon and anime,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah. So, but we all know this, that it originated in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Riju.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
at that time I was talking about the World War anime, right? That they tried to
Yeah.
motivate. The name was Momotaro's Sacred Sailors.
Okay.
Was for
Okay.
the
Great.
Navy people, and
Yeah.
that guy, like, the plot is not that big. It was a short feature animated film. So, but it's not the first one as well, because like Snehashiza said, anything before the 60s and the 70s, we cannot talk about that because we haven't watched it. So
Okay,
I just
Riju,
wanted
and
to let
this
you
is,
guys know that it existed. I was not trying
yeah,
to.
Riju, and this is for everyone, that if you have to share any trivia or something, there's a chat. Feel free to nerd out
Yeah,
over
sure.
there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
So yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. So we all agree that anime originated in Japan, right? So which brings me back to my next question, which is, when did anime go global?
Okay,
Is it
so
is
yeah,
it
this
Miyazaki movies? Is it Doraemon? What is it? And
okay, just Shiju, hold on a sec. Um,
yeah,
because I think
Can
here
you
I can
repeat
end
the
the
question, please?
no wait, just hold on a sec. She will because
no,
okay, Shiji, you have to repeat the question again because I will just end the part one for the video here and start the part two from here.
okay, so it's like a movie.
Okay, so yep, we are ending part one and stay tuned for part two.